Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Madeline from Knitting House Square and today I'm bringing you my annual Prime Day video where I scoured the website early this morning to try and find you the best knitting and crafting deals. So this year I feel like there weren't quite as many good deals. In previous years I've been able to find like knitting kits and fun things like that, but I was still able to find some pretty good ones. So if you notice in a lot of my knitting tutorials, the actual tools that I use, a lot of them come from Amazon. So things like my stitch markers, my tapestry needles, the yarn ball winder that I used for a long time was from Amazon. Tools like that are typically from Amazon. I haven't had the most luck finding a large variety of yarn on Amazon, but for tools, I'd say it's pretty good. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to take you through a few of the best deals that I have found, and of course, all the links will be down below. So first up, we have a tabletop Amish style wooden yarn swift. And this is actually the same style yarn swift that I used for a really long time. So my one, my dad built me, but this seems like a really good alternative for only $23.99. And especially because a lot of yarn swifts typically cost upwards of like $50 or so. So this one is only $23.99. And the way it works is basically you put pegs in the different holes on the various sides, and you just wrap the yarn around, hook it up to your ball winder, and then you're all set. And another really nice bonus about these Amish style yarn swifts is that they break down to be really tiny. So basically you can unhook these two perpendicular bars right here, and then they just lay flat. So it's a really nice compact style yarn swift. Next up, of course, I have some stitch markers. So I lose stitch markers like all the time, and I also break them quite often. So this is one thing that I'm going to be definitely buying for myself. So this one is just a pack of 100 of these plastic removable stitch markers, and it costs only $2.79, so I'd say that's a great deal. There also is a huge variety of other stitch markers or different stitch marker counts, so be sure to check those all out as well. So next up I have another deal, and this one isn't specifically Prime Day, but it just kind of popped up as an ad across the top of my screen, and I was like, oh, that really is a good deal. So this is the Knit Picks Brava worsted. It's 100% acrylic yarn and you get 10 skeins. So the base price is $19.99, and then when you click the little button you save an extra 15%. So that is a really good deal for 10 skeins of this yarn. On the actual Knit Picks website, these retail for $2.99 each. So if you're getting 10 on there, you'd already be paying $29.99 plus shipping. But here you're going to get 10 for only $19.99 minus 15% off, and then you get free shipping and free returns. So that sounds like a great deal to me. If you wanted to knit a blanket or something like that, like I love this light blue colorway right here. Clarity, so pretty. So I thought this one was a really good deal that I would just throw into this video as well. So of course you always hear me talk about my Pom Pom Makers. So Pom Pom Makers are up next, and there is a whole bunch of different varieties of what these sellers bundle together. So in this one that I'll have linked down below, you get the 4 different Pom Pom Maker sizes, plus some plastic tapestry needles and some removable stitch markers there. So this one comes out to $4.38 with free shipping and free returns. So I'd say that's a great deal. The Pom Pom Makers I use are from Amazon. I have one of these exact sets. I think almost every seller on here is basically selling the same set of Pom Pom Makers. They just use different photos. So the set I have is also from Amazon. Okay, and then of course, to go with the Amish style swift that I showed you before, I have a yarn ball winder. So this one is $16.60 today. And as with the Pom Pom Makers that I showed you before, there's a whole bunch of different varieties of what people bundle together. So for instance, in this one, you get a yarn ball winder, four Pom Pom Makers. This looks like a little pair of scissors, removable stitch markers, and then plastic tapestry needles. So in this one, you get a whole bunch of different stuff, as well as the yarn ball winder. And typically these yarn ball winders go for around $18 on Amazon. So this one, you get a whole bunch of things bundled together for less than that price. And this actually is this red one. It's unbranded. It's the same one that I used for a really long time. The trick to using it is you just have to make sure you pull out this, let's see if I can hover over it, this metal bar really pretty forcefully to get it to stay out there to the side. If you don't, the metal bar will just keep falling over. So that is the trick to using one of those yarn ball winders. And then lastly, I just thought I'd throw this in here. So these are knitting machines. And I must say, I don't have enough experience using these to actually know which one's a good one and which one isn't. But this is something I'm thinking about getting this year just to try out and test out because they seem really fascinating. And these ones are definitely on the cheaper end here. So it looks like they're all around $37, $39. I'm probably going to get one of these Centra ones. And yeah, for $39.99, why not give it a try? It has 48 knitting needles. And I think it'd be really interesting to get one of these to compare it to maybe one of the Addy knitting machines or one of those really high-end knitting machines. So those are all the knitting items I have, or knitting and crafting items really, that I found this year. If you have any good ones that you found, let me know down below, and I'll be sure to add those links so others can find them. Thank you so much for checking out the video today, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.